Former President Trump's legal team reportedly considering an independent review of the evidence seized from Mar-a-Lago. And in local news, one Madison neighborhood coming together to celebrate its community while also ensuring its safety. And the Riverside and Great Northern Railway is celebrating its birthday today. A look back on its 75 years in service. That's coming up right now at 6. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm McKenna Alexander. We begin this evening with a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Gary, there are plenty of clouds and showers today. Are you expecting any more rain tonight?
At this point, the rain chances continue to drop. In fact, we've actually got a little sunshine here in the backyard, all those clouds all around us. As we look at visible cloud tracking, you see the clouds have been pretty prevalent, but they are starting to break up a little bit to the north and west. Now, with the high humidity, I think they'll fill back in tonight. We'll probably see some areas of fog, but you see most of the thunderstorm activity across Illinois. Just some light showers across southern Wisconsin right now. Not even seeing any lightning here, and those showers continue to diminish in intensity as we're now on a backside of a low pressure system that's bringing in slightly drier air. 3-hour future track radar shows that trend continuing, so the best chances of rain will be this evening, and even then it's probably about a 1 in 3 shot at any given point that you'll see some rain. Current temperatures are held down because of the cloud cover. Here in Madison, we're as warm as we've been all day at 74 with that little burst of sunshine, but most areas seeing temperatures in the lower 70s or upper 60s. Here in Dane County, you can see just to the northwest 68 degrees in Sauk City. Elsewhere, temperatures are mainly in the lower 70s. Edgerton right now checking in at 74. Otherwise, for this evening, look for skies to be mostly cloudy. There might be a shower or thunderstorm chance in a few spots. Otherwise, temperatures will drop into the middle 60s by late evening, and then we'll see some fog form overnight. I'll have more on that in the forecast in just a few minutes.
All right. Thanks, Gary. And as always, you can stay up to date on the weather with our First Warn Forecast weather app. It is hourly forecast, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. And today's weather, nothing like it was here in south central Wisconsin 4 years ago. You'll remember this widespread flooding event from August 2018, which resulted in more than $150 million worth of damage. Western Dane County was hit particularly hard with widespread rainfall of 5 to 10 inches following the late afternoon and evening. Unofficial amounts as high as 15 inches were reported west of Middleton. New tonight at 6, the Eakin Park Festival back for another year. This event features music from all different genres, various local vendors, and plenty of fun activities for kids. As our Catherine Mark explains, this event helps neighbors celebrate their resiliency during difficult times.
We're still a really deep community, but that's just flourishing so well. I love our neighborhood.
Tom Running and Caitlin Sansala love Eakin Park.
I moved here about 5 years ago and immediately just got involved with the neighborhood association and with all of my neighbors.
Both Tom and Caitlin are celebrating their community at the Eakin Park Festival. It brings everyone together for the best moments of the summer.
So this year we have 5 bands. We've got some fantastic beers from local breweries, all kinds of different food carts.
We have a neighbor that actually brings rock painting every year. She rocks. It is my family here. I have no family in town. We depend on each other for everything.
It's true. Sometimes you need to lean on your neighbors, even in the worst moments of the past summer. The East Side has had 2 violent incidents News 3 Now told you about last weekend. That includes a homicide on the 1700 block of Northport Drive and a stabbing on the 900 block of Mayfair.
It is a very safe area, but every now and then we do have things that happen.
Tom and Caitlin say when things happen in their neighborhood, they lean on each other.
We keep an eye on each other as neighbors, and I've never had anyone consider it a real problem.
So our neighborhood just stays very connected with each other. We outreach, make sure everything's cool.
Today, they're focusing on the best parts of Eakin Park, having each other.
It just shows the vibrance of our little block party that's turned into this little mini East Side festival. So it's just very exciting for people to see what the East Side has to offer.
Today marks 6 years of the Eakin Park Festival. You still have time to swing by if you want. It ends at 8. It's the last call for Brasserie V. The European-inspired restaurant known for its Belgian dishes is closing its doors 1 week from today. That announcement was made earlier today on the restaurant's Facebook page. The Monroe Street staple opened in 2007. No reason was given for the restaurant's closing, but in the post, Brasserie V's owners thanked their staff, customers, and partners for the past 15 years of bringing a little bit of Belgium to Madison. Go ahead and take a look at these photos from the Lancaster Fire Department. Firefighters there had an early morning when the Premier Co-op building on North Jefferson Street caught fire. The department reports firefighters luckily were able to extinguish this fire quickly and also protected 2 nearby buildings from damage. Former President Donald Trump's legal team is likely to file a motion for the appointment of an independent reviewer to evaluate documents seized by the FBI from his Mar-a-Lago estate. That comes from a recent CBS News report. Meanwhile, a judge in Florida has given the Justice Department until Thursday to file a redacted version of the affidavit it used to get approval for the search. Here's Natalie Brand with more.
CBS News has learned former President Trump's legal team is considering filing a motion to seek the appointment of an independent official to review evidence collected in the FBI's search of his Florida home. An individual close to the former president tells CBS that he and his lawyers want federal prosecutors to make sure a neutral person is involved in reviewing the documents, and they want a more detailed list of what was removed. Trump's legal team wants this independent person, known as a special master, appointed to examine the documents to determine if they fall under executive or attorney-client privilege.
One of the benefits of the special master, if the master agrees with us, is we can stop DOJ in their tracks when it comes to inspecting these documents.
But legal analysts say the Justice Department would likely contest such a motion, saying the documents are evidence. During the FBI search nearly 2 weeks ago, 11 sets of classified documents were seized, including some marked top secret. Attorney David Weinstein served in the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Florida.
We're led to believe that these are dealing with national security interests, whether it's secrets, whether it's nuclear secrets, whatever it may be, and that these documents need to be in a safe and secure location.
Meanwhile, a federal magistrate judge in Florida has indicated he could potentially unseal parts of the affidavit behind the search, following requests from more than a dozen media organizations, including CBS News. Judge Bruce Reinhart, who also signed off on the search warrant, has given the Justice Department until Thursday to submit proposed redactions to the affidavit before he makes a decision. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Members of the House Oversight Committee have called on 8 social networks to turn over details about online threats against law enforcement. Turning now to some more local news tonight. The 2022 Africa Fest was in full swing today at McPike Park, with dozens of African countries represented during a festival with food, clothes, culture, and togetherness. Our Andrew Banstra has more about how the festival celebrates African culture. Andrew?
From the dancing to the music to the smells, it was a day of celebration today. As one attendee told me, just being here lifts your spirit. It puts a smile on your face, and I couldn't agree more with that. From the moment you walked in, you were immersed with cultures from many different African nations. Decked in festive garb, vendors were busy selling clothes that can only be found in their native countries. On every corner, there were new foods to experience, even peanut butter chicken, which Hassan Jarboe says you can't knock until you try.
I mean, that's what this event is all about, bringing people together. You know, like you said, some people, they never tried this before. It's their first time seeing all this, I mean, and the food is different, which makes it even better. You don't see this every day. It's not like McDonald's, like you can just go around the block and get some.
Each country in attendance showcased their flags as they were announced one by one, boasting dance moves, country pride, and fellowship. A common theme at the event was a feeling of unity between those from different African countries and attendees expanding their cultural horizons. People also repeated that only in a place as diverse as Madison could Africa Fest have the success that it did.
I think I'm going to have to try some peanut butter chicken. All right, thanks, Andrew. Just across the border today, a Chicago staple finally made its return after taking a pause during the pandemic. Despite some stormy weather briefly pausing Chicago's Air and Water Show, spectators still packed into the viewing grounds today. The show featured both the Blue Angels and the Golden Knights, with some attendees traveling as far as 7 hours just to get a glimpse at some of their favorite aircrafts.
I'm waiting for the P-51 to show up. Growing up, when I was growing up, I was really into World War II and the military and all that stuff, and P-51s was like awesome. So that's what I'm waiting on.
The Chicago Air and Water Show is the largest free show of its kind in the United States, according to its website. More local news is ahead at 6, including a historic day worth celebrating at the Riverside and Great Northern Railway in Wisconsin Dells. We have a look back at the railway's 75 years coming up.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It just gives you such a boost of confidence.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or
it absolutely could be a daily thing, but the way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
Take action this Labor Day with the Plexiderm 10-Minute Challenge. Try it now for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit getplexiderm.com or call the number on your screen.
Watching News 3 now at 6.
All aboard in the Dells. The Riverside and Great Northern Railway is celebrating 75 years today. The operation began back in 1947 in Janesville when the Stanley family built a 2-mile, 15-inch gauge train track along the Rock River. But not everyone there liked the train, so in the mid-50s, the Stanleys moved their railway to Wisconsin Dells, and it's been there ever since, offering passengers the chance to ride on an authentic steam locomotive.
And so it's amazing how many people come and they're like, wow, there's an actual fire in there. And it is an actual steam engine, and that's just really neat.
If you'd like to check out this historic railway, you can visit each day from 9:30 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon with trains leaving on the hour. In some local election news now, the 6 counties that make up Wisconsin's 2nd Congressional District began a recount this morning in the Republican primary race. Ahead of the recount, just 74 votes were between candidates Eric Olson and Charity Berry. On Thursday, Berry filed a petition for a hand recount, but the Associated Press reports Olson filed 3 motions with the Wisconsin Elections Commission to stop that from happening.
We're paying a very large amount of attention to elections right now. But luckily we use machines which are extremely accurate. But they're verifying that we rejected ballots correctly or we made sure absentees were counted that should have been counted. It's a review of all of the paperwork.
More than 43,000 votes were cast in our district's Republican primary. The winner of this recount will run against Democrat Representative Mark Pocan in November's election. To some consumer news, does it feel like you blinked and summer's just about over? Blame it on high gas prices, chaos with the airlines, or expensive hotel rooms, but a lot of us didn't get that summer vacation we dreamt of. But before these longer days slip away, Consumer Report says it's not too late to make some lasting summer memories for free.
Olgita Pila is a stay-at-home mom, and keeping her 2 daughters occupied when they're not at school can be challenging, especially when things like gas are more expensive.
Prices going up have affected us making any kind of decisions and trying to figure out what can we do that's free, cheap, easy, and close by.
Whether during the week or a weekend once school starts, there are things you can do in and out of the house to keep little ones entertained, often for free. Like going to a museum.
If you receive SNAP benefits, you can get free or reduced admission to over 900 museums through a program called Museums for All. And if you have a library card, many libraries offer free passes to museums right in your city.
How about taking the kids to a live event? Through sites like Eventbrite and allevents.in, you can find free concerts or classes, like a kids' breakdance class. Or maybe you'd like to instill a sense of community in your kids and teach them how to give back. You can find local volunteer opportunities that the family can do together through volunteermatch.org. Rainy days can be a great time to stay in and watch some movies as a family. With sites like Canopy and Hoopla, you can access loads of movies and TV shows for free with just your library card. You can access both on multiple streaming devices, and buying one doesn't have to break the bank. The Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K Max is a good value at $55. With these tips, keeping the little ones occupied for the rest of the summer may get a bit easier. This is David Fazekas.
Now, the end of summer doesn't always mean cooler temperatures. So if you do end up spending time outside with the family, always remember to wear sunscreen and drink plenty of water. And will we see summer-like temperatures in our area this week? Meteorologist Gary Canalti will tell us in his full forecast. That's coming up next on News 3 Now.
You owe it to yourself to experience soft, natural, healthy water.
Hurry in to take advantage of special 0% interest for 60 months. Plus, get a free freshwater salt system.
Relax. It's Bachman's.
It's Steinhoffel's Labor Day mattress sale. Steinhoffel's has the largest selection of all the best mattress brands at the best prices. And during Steinhoffel's Labor Day mattress sale, you can get a Tempur-Pedic Queen mattress starting at just $22.49. Or a Beauty Rest Black Queen mattress starting at just $20.99. With Steinhoffel's 60-month zero-interest financing, your new mattress just got more affordable. Isn't it time you got a good night's sleep? Relax. It's Steinhoffel's.
Oh, wow. Packer scratch games are back, and there's a chance to win 2 season tickets for 2 years?
Piggies in a blankie.
Thank you.
Wisconsin Lottery Packers scratch games are back with instant cash prizes and a bonus drawing for 2 Packer season tickets for 2 years. With prizes this exciting, everything feels like an opportunity for a big play. Available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
All right, go Pack, go, man.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're 2 peas in a pod. Both career politicians and way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
Ugh-stipated. Feeling weighed down by a backed up gut. Miralax is different. It works naturally with the water in your body to unblock your gut. Free your gut and your mood will follow.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Parents and potential parents, raising kids has never been cheap, right? But a new report from the Brookings Institution shows it's getting even more expensive to raise your tots into teens. For a married middle-income couple, it now takes on average more than $310,000 to raise a child born in 2015 through the age of 17. That comes out to more than $18,000 per year. The price tag found by looking at U.S. Agricultural Department data includes childcare, healthcare, food, and clothing expenses. Researchers suggest these rising costs will have some couples reconsidering when or even if they'll end up having children. Let's take a break now and get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Gary, you're laughing right now.
I was going to say, I hope my son Chuck was watching that. See how much money we've spent. Fortunately, he's graduated from college now and out in the real world working a job, just like his dad is doing on Saturday, watching the weather. And we've had some severe weather in parts of the Midwest, but just as expected, it's been in eastern Iowa and northern Illinois, but pretty much has bypassed southern Wisconsin. Even a couple of reports of tornado touchdowns in west central Illinois. Multi-vortex tornado around 2:05 this afternoon, but fortunately didn't cause any damage, did not last that long. The other problem was heavy rain, and there were pockets of very heavy rain over parts of Ogle County and north central Illinois, also over parts of eastern Iowa, as much as 5 to 7 inches of rain there. Across southern Wisconsin, just as we were expecting, some areas are going to get some heavy rain, in other areas not nearly as much. You can see pockets of around 4 inches around Beloit, almost 4 inches around Hollandale. There was a flood advisory earlier this afternoon for that. About 3 inches just south of Lone Rock, but across most of south central Wisconsin, The 1 to 2 inch ranges were in the blue areas. The areas that are in the darker greens, about a ½ inch to an inch. And then areas north and east of Dane County, primarily a 1/4 to a ½ inch. But everybody got some rain over the last couple of days. Now that rain is winding down. This is high-resolution Doppler radar, and you can see a couple of heavier showers, but for the most part, the precipitation is pretty light as it continues to drift toward the south. The thunderstorms are all in Illinois, along with any severe weather threat, so our rain chances will continue to go down as we head through the evening. 6-hour future track radar bears that out. You can see how the showers just kind of diminish. Can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm overnight. The problem becomes fog later on tonight. So as the showers wind down for tonight and tomorrow, we'll see some areas of fog. Could be some locally dense fog overnight. Have to keep an eye on that into tomorrow morning before that lifts. And then some fog, more patchy fog for Sunday night, but warm and dry weather arrives from Monday into Wednesday. In fact, as we take a look at weather track across the Midwest, this upper level low pressure system is now starting to move eastward just over southwestern Wisconsin. As it does so, this cold front will start dropping southward, and with time, we'll start to see the air dry out. So for tomorrow, look for a high of 78 degrees, some fog in the morning, and then it'll turn partly sunny, just an outside chance of a shower or thunderstorm during the day. The fog, starts around midnight tonight. Notice how it kind of expands through the overnight hours, and as temperatures drop into the lower 60s, close to those dew points, that's when the fog becomes more widespread. But as the temperatures warm up, the fog starts to break up, and notice as we get toward 9, 10, 11 o'clock, the fog is gone. Again, an outside chance for an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but most areas will probably stay dry. Once we get past Sunday, then we have dry weather for sure. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, high temperatures, upper 70s to the lower 80s. Next chance of a thunderstorm from late Thursday into Friday morning, and another chance perhaps from Sunday afternoon into Monday morning of the following week. Not big rain chances, but those temperatures still looking very nice. Upper 70s for August, no problem for me.
I was just going to say, I'll take that. Anytime there's a warm forecast, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, very nice.
All right, thanks, Gary. Well, it may not seem like it with those temperatures, but fall is nearly here, at least in the sports world. Badger Volleyball hosting its annual scrimmage this afternoon to help kick off the 2022 campaign. Jordan's got all those details coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or active psoriatic arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once daily pill that tackles pain, stiffness, swelling. For some, Rinvoq significantly reduces RA and PSA fatigue. It can stop irreversible joint damage. And Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear in PSA. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Ask your rheumatologist about Rinvoq Relief. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
Nebraska is kind of like that odd kid. Didn't say much in school. Slightly peculiar, maybe. But when you took the time to get to know him, turned out he was pretty interesting. We know some people won't take the time, but if you're someone who will, odds are you're gonna like it here. Nebraska. Honestly, it's not for everyone.
Made in America is more than just a slogan. It's smart policy. When we manufacture things here, our shelves are stocked, and it creates jobs you can raise a family on. Like my parents had. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm tired of the excuses from millionaires running the Senate. I'll bring manufacturing back here, so folks like you who actually earn your paychecks finally get a fair shot. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
I'm Naomi Coles. On this week's For the Record, a one-year look back at Afghan refugees in Madison.
Sunday morning at 10:30, sponsored by MG&E. Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs.
The Badgers are getting ready for the regular season with an open practice and a party. Everything you need to know before Badgerville.
And will we see more or less showers and thunderstorms tomorrow? More coming up tomorrow at 6:30.
In less than a week, the 2022 season begins for the Wisconsin volleyball team. And as tradition, the Badgers got in some playing time before things get going with their annual red versus white scrimmage. The interleague match took place at the historic Fieldhouse earlier today. It was loud. Badger fans got a chance to see all the new faces that make up this year's squad. Team White takes the scrimmage 2-1. Wisconsin opens the season on Friday at TCU with their home opener set for September 2nd against Marquette. Cardinals are heating up, and naturally that poses a lot of challenges for the Brewer Crew, sitting 4 games out of first place in the division, coming off a tough and close loss in Chicago yesterday. Well, rain delays game 2, but once underway, the Brewers are able to plate an early run courtesy of an Andrew McCutchen ground out. Fastball Freddie doing his thing until Wilson Contreras takes him yard for a 2-run go-ahead homer. Hey, but don't count out the Crew yet. Willie Adames gets them back in the fight later on with a 2-run blast of his own. Well, the Cubs rally. They send it to extra innings. It's tied up at 5 in the 11th, and Contreras walks it off. The series finale is set for tomorrow at 1:20. Friday night ends with a win for the green and gold, the Packers' first preseason dub since the 2019 season. And all phases of the game were firing away. Jordan Love ended the night interception-free with 1 score. Defense picked off a pass from the Saints. And one play that really sticks out, it was Danny Ettling's 51-yard touchdown run. The QB won the foot race late in the game to help extend the Packers' slight lead, eventually giving them enough room to secure a win over the Saints.
So much fun to be around. He's got a great personality. He fits in well with those guys, with all the guys. And he's a talented guy. He's a very good athlete, although he did have a little stumble at the end. I didn't know if he was going to fall or not. But that was something that was not called. But he saw the safety barreling down and closing hard on the runner, and there was nobody else out there. So he just pulled it and went.
The Packers finish up the preseason on the road. Third and final game is against the Chiefs on Thursday night. Kickoff is set for 7 at Arrowhead Stadium. Moving day at the BMW Championship, only 4 holes in. Will Zalatoris leaves the tournament with a lower back injury. But as for the rest of the field, Xander Schauffele starts his round on a stellar note. 3rd hole, he putts for eagle. Schauffele jumps up 4 spots on the leaderboard, currently tied for 2nd. But taking over that top spot is Patrick Cantlake. He has 6 birdies and an eagle on 14. He sits 12 under overall heading into tomorrow.
Gary, I know that you obviously, you're mentioning you have a Cubs game later this week. Hoping for some better weather.
There's been so few good moments for Cubs fans who got to enjoy them when
You're outnumbered today, Jordan. You've got 2 on you.
Yeah, the Brewers will be going to the playoffs, and the Cubs will be sitting at home. So keep that in mind at the end of the season.
Okay.
There's the live view from the WISC Skycam. We had a few peaks of sunshine here on the west side. Also seeing a few out in Platteville in southwestern Wisconsin right now. But the showers winding down. Not much in the way of lightning. A couple of flashes over southeastern Wisconsin. You can see 3-hour future track radar. The showers pretty much diminishing over the evening.
All right. Thanks, Gary. And thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here at 10.